Hi, for today's tear down, old school avionics with actually non-history. So we have here a receiver R33A from ARC, and on the top we have a nice label of the owner or former owner, Imet Exploration in Colomiers, France. It is near Toulouse, the city of aircraft in France, and it came with its datasheet, which states it was removed from the aircraft in July 79 after an accident. And actually, yes, the aircraft crash landed in Mali, Africa, at this date, and as it was not salvageable, they did retrieve all the possible parts from it. I found a website where they give a little bit of a story. I will link it in the video description if I find it again. And later on, sadly, the wreck was destroyed by a bushfire. So, no luck here. It was a Dornier 28 aircraft. So this box is in pretty good condition except for a little dent here. On the back we have a big, connector. D-sub kind flavor of connector, but not exactly. On the front, one BNC for the antenna, probably. Very nice ARC logo here. And actually it will be a quite straightforward and easy tear down, because one quick release this fastener here and it will open directly. So what do we have here? We have a number of plug-in modules with super nice gold contacts here. On the back, the connector, few capacitors, power resistor. Everything is plugged on this big main board with nice ARC logo upside down. All the modules are secured with these screws on the side. So how many different kinds I have? I have this kind, this kind, this kind, this kind, and this kind. Okay, I will undo the screws and we will be able to have a better look at them. Here we are. So this device, I got it from eBay a long time ago, and it was almost free, I believe, less than €5 or something like this. So I will remove the modules one at a time. You can see how they are connected here with some kind of banana plugs going into this massive receiver contacts here. So obviously very American and vintage electronics here. Each module has its little frame like this, quite nice. We have some Sprague vitamin Q capacitors here. Trimmer resistor here. RCA power transistor, and other RCA transistors here in a vintage super old school packages. There is no information about what this module is doing exactly, sadly enough. Actually this device is still maybe in a working condition, but I'm just missing the pinout, and maybe it could be possible to power it on. So this next module, here we have two power transistors, 2N 1183A with golden razors here to connect them, so they are apparently designed to be replaced, these ones. A pair of transformers or inductors here in the middle. More transistors here side mounted like this. You can see they are all like this with these metal clips. And big old school resistors and capacitors. No more information about what it does. You can see the contacts here. So nice, beautiful modular construction in this thing. It was probably not shipped back in the time. Why it is why they did retrieve it from the rack for possible reuse in an other aircraft, other company, but apparently did never happen. So old school, probably Allen Bradley resistors here, dog bond capacitors here, Silvermica kind. Still no information about what it does. All the PCB holes seems to have a rivet in them, like on a multi-layer board, but it is a single layer, single side board. More Sprague capacitors, so all old school analog goodness here. We have two more modules to undo. Here we have in particular this unit seems to be, yes, filter unit in a shielded can, secured by two screws and completely shielded, with a schematic on the side. You can see series of inductors and capacitors. ARC number, so they did make almost every part themselves here. Nice little stamp here, quality control or something like this. So really cool stuff. The last module, which has actually the connector to the front BNC, is more or less the same. Here we have this time two of these filter units, two crystal oscillators here on quartz, one, oh, it is called here in the middle. I'll show how it will show, but we have one super old school diode in metal and glass package with transparent, so you can see inside the content of the diode, and it looks like some old Soviet part here, but not obviously. Where the resistor here with just two bonds on it. And this unit here has a few trimmers on the back, so probably adjustable inductors. I did just ruin the alignment, by the way. Just a golden screw, so probably adjustable capacitor. And when you tighten the screw, it will adjust the value of the capacitor. This unit is hollow, by the way, the screws all on the side, and probably it contains, yes, there is a schematic, so still the same thing, inductors and capacitors, adjustable here. Okay, so on the front of the unit here, nothing else that this silver and gold connector going to the BNC plug, and one more trimmer resistor here. Okay, it was quick and easy tear down, this thing. Interesting little unit. I got it for almost free, and I have some bit of history with it, so it is cool, because quite Not often I have a complete history of a part. So we have the address, the telephone number, which is probably not good anymore, and even the telex number and alias apparently. Okay. We have no name of a dude who did fill this paper, sadly. So it is apparently a part that did replace the previous one of the aircraft, because the aircraft was not new when they did install it. It did fly for this amount of hours before the aircraft accident, and made by the company themselves. Okay, so nice unit. I will put it back together and it will go back in my storage. So thanks for watching, bye bye.